Hi everyone, my name's Lost Fox Aaron. This isn't the totally second time I'm trying to do this. And we have Yami here, aka Mom, aka didn't press the record button when I asked if they were ready.
Again, I thought that you were like, are you ready to get back to recording? And you were like, recording now. Hi everyone, I'm Lost Fox Aaron. Oh god.
It threw that what I was going to say out the window. Like, well, goodbye. That intro's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah. So we're here. We're going to continue on with 6.
And stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Unless they're spells, and this is Harry Potter.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I apologize.
Where did that come from?
You
like,
said
sticks.
Oh wait, you said 6. You said 6.
Yes.
I heard sticks and ran with it.
My goodness. Are you okay?
No. No, I'm not. If anyone ever tries to tell you that I'm okay, I'm not.
Noted. 100% noted.
Why am I like this?
Don't know. But we're gonna continue where we left off. So this is gonna have some talking bit and then cut straight into the music, okay?
Okay.
Alright. We're done with the first queen. Get ready for your second one.
Woo!
Alright.
Hang on a sec, who was that other one?
I think you're thinking of me.
No, there was definitely a really important one.
Yeah, still me.
Yeah, I think she like overlapped with you. Yeah.
No, yeah, the really famous controversial one that people actually care about.
Yeah.
People actually care about. Wow.
You've been waiting for the one. You've been waiting for the mystery.
The one who changed history.
Who changed history, mystery, the temptress.
The one with the plan. The plan to steal the man.
And the one who chased the king, but paid the price with the swordsman's sword. Well, she be the one to win.
What? Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Grew up in the French court, oui, bonjour, life was a chore, so
She set sail.
1522 came straight to the UK, all the British dudes lame.
Epic fail.
I wanna dance and sing,
Politics.
not my thing. But then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead.
Oh my.
He wanted me, obviously, messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better than he sent me a letter, and who am I kidding? I was prêt à manger. Sent a reply, just saying hi. You're a nice guy. I'll think about it maybe. XO baby. Here we go.
You sent him kisses.
I didn't know I would move in with his missus.
What?
Get a life.
You're living with his wife.
Like, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, or go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. 3 in the bed and the little one said, if you wanna be wed, make up your mind. Her or me, chum, don't wanna be some girl in a threesome. Are you blind? Don't be bitter, 'cause I'm fitter. Why hasn't it doesn't want to bang you. Somebody hang you. Here we go.
Dang.
I didn't really mean it, but rumors spiral. Wow, and way to make the country hate you. Mate, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Ow, ow, ow. Say oh well, or go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. Tried to elope, but the Pope said nope. Our only hope was Henry. He got a promotion, caused a commotion, set in motion the C of E. The rules were so outdated. Us two wanted to get X-rated. Soon excommunicated. Everybody chill, it's totes God's will. Henry's out every night on the town, just sleeping around like what the hell? If that's
Yeah,
how
you
it's
thought you were gonna be different,
baby,
huh?
I'll flirt with a guy or three just to make him gel. Henry finds out and he goes mental. He screams and shouts like so judgmental. You damn it, witch! Mate, just shut up. I wouldn't be such a if you could get it up. Here we go. Is that what you said? And now he's going round like off with her head. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure he means it. What was I meant to do? What was she meant to do? Like, what was I meant to do? What was she meant to do? But what was I meant to do?
I suppose you were meant to go along with whatever he said, you know?
Right, which is not her style.
Nope.
She grew up in the French court doing whatever she wanted.
And he liked that until he made her queen.
Exactly.
Don't lose your head.
Well, this would have worked so much better if it
Okay. It's okay. We'll get into the talking bit anyway, but I just wanted to get your opinion of the song real quick.
Oh, it's catchy. It's catchy.
It's such-
Like, sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head.
I like how it does quote that politics are not her thing, yet she is so heavily in politics in any of her historical facts.
Yeah, and that was part of the problem. Was that
Part of the problem.
like where Catherine was very good at politics, she was very good at politics around Henry and whatnot, and what Henry wanted to do. And if it wasn't exactly what Henry wanted to do, she would like she figured out how to, I don't know, make him feel like it was what he wanted to do. I don't know. Meanwhile, Anne Boleyn's just like, here's what I want to do. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh man. Yeah. Now
Right.
she was real attracted to him when he was chasing her, but then once he had her, then everything that made her attractive was like, this is a problem.
I know at one point, like, she was stressing out because of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But at one point, like, she had, if I don't know, you know of her history, right?
Some of it. Let's see. She's from France. She likes the bling.
She's not from France.
Wait, she's not from France? She's not from France? Didn't she say she
I'm
was
pretty
from
sure
France?
No, she didn't. She's not from France.
Is
but
it
she
her
did go
family
to
from France? Something about
Let me-
France. There's something about France.
Her
I don't-
and her sister both
Yeah.
spent time in the French court. They're not originally
That's what it was.
from France.
Right.
They originated from England, but they went to France. So both her and her sister had heavily French influences.
Yeah.
Ironically, Henry was looking at her sister first
Yeah.
before his eyes turned to Anne. And his sister was terrified with that idea.
Yeah. Doesn't she has a sister or a cousin who comes back later? While he's with Catherine Howard.
So
Yes.
we'll get into Catherine Howard later.
Yes, yes. I don't remember if it was a sister or a cousin, but somebody from her family comes back for that.
I mean, technically, Catherine Howard is related to Anne, so yes. They're from the same family tree.
Oh, was that it? Oh, dang.
I think. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
But
but I feel like there's someone else too. I don't know. We'll come back to that.
could be. But the reason that I think he ended up going with Anne is because Anne refused his advances, and that caught his attention. And his sister was like, oh thank God. And she ended up getting married to somebody else.
Yeah, she was like, you're not getting nothing unless you put a ring on it and make me queen. And she was serious. And I wonder how much she was truly serious and how much was like, oh, not unless you make me queen. He wouldn't do that. Oh no, he did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's hard to tell. I mean, she did keep to her word.
I mean, what do you do at that point?
Another girl. Yeah, she did give him another girl. They did have a son, but it was stillbirth.
Yeah. And then they had a surviving daughter who Anne adored, right?
Anne didn't really care for her daughter.
She bought her things. I mean, she didn't directly raise her, but she bought her things.
She bought her things.
She made sure that she was well off.
Yeah. But like you would do that with any of the royal children.
You would think so,
but it doesn't.
But anyway.
But obviously after the stillborn, Henry started looking elsewhere, and in the midst of Henry looking elsewhere, a lot of backlash from making the church her sister had come back. Her sister had her own life and they lost track of each other, but her sister had come back, and it was right after her stillborn. Her sister was pregnant.
Okay.
And not with, like, she had avoided courts, but it wasn't with the husband she had married, because he died, and instead of coming home to get married to a new royal, she fell in love with a commoner. Which was a huge no-no to begin with. And then to get pregnant right after the stillborn situation, and needing to get pregnant again, it enraged Anne, and it angered the entire family against her sister, and they literally like cut her out of everything.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, some history you didn't know before, I guess. I don't remember why I know that. I just remember at one point hearing a documentary, and I remember hearing about her sister and like the whole drama with that, and I'm like, okay. Well, I'm glad that stayed in my brain, but why was I watching that? Oh.
In preparation for this series?
I would lie and say yes when I know that I watched it 6 years ago.
Well, look, it was like you didn't know it then. You didn't even know me then, but something in you knew that
I'll need this for Sunday.
Yes, that this was going to be important information.
This one is done by Moki.
I like it. It's cute.
It's very cute. I like the drawn look. I'm really weird about that. I like the art style. I like the faces. I like the drawn look that she's got they got going for I don't want to assume just because the image has someone with glasses and long hair.
Right,
Um,
right.
But they definitely did a lot of work into this, and I think it looked really cool.
What a weekend.
Literally like dead.
Wait, didn't you actually die?
Yeah, it was so extra. Anyway, yeah, now I'm off to the winner, so I think I'll do another solo. So my next song is one I wrote about the moment I found out Catherine of Aragon had tragically died.
What?
It's called Wearing Yellow to a Funeral. Let's see if you know the words. Catherine was a massive road.
Who decided you were the winner?
She wants another turn. Over my dead body.
Yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure it's my go next.
Dang. This took 2 months. Oh, their hand.
Rip my hand.
Oh.
Rip their hand.
Oh. Man, I feel that. There was one year where I crocheted so many blankets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you paused?
I am.
Okay. I didn't
Wait,
know
did
were
you tell me
paused.
not to pause?
No, but it's okay.
Okay.
If you have something to say, 100%, let's talk about it. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
like, did you pause? No, I didn't know I was supposed to pause. Did you pause? Was I not supposed to pause? Anyway.
You're
So,
fine.
yeah, there was this one year that I crocheted so many blankets. And like just blanket after blanket after blanket. And oh my god, my hand hurts so much. To take a break from crocheting for a while.
Right. Understandable. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I had to say.
That's okay. If you have side comments, I want you to say them without like cutting the bits. You know what I meant.
Okay, alright.
Just go ahead and-
Fantastic.
Go ahead. This is another day, because Yami got sick.
Yeah, I had tummy
And then in the-
issues.
And in the meantime, Yami got a new mom.
Yeah, I updated my model. I got more layers in my hair. My eyes are a little different because I couldn't figure out how to make them the same way. I still got the same outfit. Well, I got 2 outfits now. I'm wearing this one right now, but I also have a pretty cocktail dress.
Nice. All right. So we are back with 6.
Mhm.
We're gonna start with the Jane Seymour introduction, and then we're going to. I don't remember what we talked about with Anne Boleyn, but it's fine. It's in the
Yeah.
recording. We'll find out. Yeah. Are you excited to know Jane Seymour?
Yes.
Yes.
What
Alright.
did she say in the first song? The only one he truly loved, and everyone's like, rude.
Yeah. I mean, so historically, Jane Seymour is the only one that never actually got the crown.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah. So
She never got
she-
a crown? She gave him a
Yeah.
boy and everything?
she was
And
never
died?
crowned queen. Yeah. So she was never crowned queen. But she was told that if she could provide a boy, she would be crowned queen. So
And then she died.
and then she died. But
What?
she is still buried in the queen's spot next to where he is buried. So despite her not being queen, she was considered his queen. I mean, to be fair, he didn't get to know her very well.
Got
she was
to know her
alive
long
long
enough
enough.
for her to have a baby.
Yeah, got to
Man.
know her long enough to have a baby, and then that was it. And then he never got to, like,
That sucks, man.
experience life with her. But yeah, so historically, she was the only of the 6 queens that never got a crown.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Man! I'm so glad I'm not in any kind of position to ever be, like, wed to a person like this.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so
I mean, but in some of their defenses, neither were most of these women. Like, many of them, that in normal circumstances never would have been queen. They never would have been in his sights, at least not to this extent. And look what happened to them. Jesus.
yeah, then none of them asked for it. A lot of them also couldn't say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some may. Yeah, they're in the position where you just can't say no to the king.
Yeah.
I guess technically the only one that could have possibly said no is his first wife, but like she was raised and at the time like her husband.
She was prepared for that role. She knew she was going to be queen, and god dang it, she was going to be queen. She was the right person for the role.
Right? And then even though her husband died, and then she's looking at his brother like, well, he's hot.
Yeah, well, that was unfortunate. There's another one at least, though.
Yeah.
Hey, we never consummated, you know? We never consummated. So
No, they didn't.
like, even though
They
Henry
literally-
tried to debate that years later.
Listen, it's so funny because he fought and proved that she didn't consummate to get married to her.
Mhm.
And then later use that same fight and try to turn it around on her.
What a hypocrite.
It's
What a
just like,
Mhm.
you're wrong. I mean, that was after Henry started, changing in personality-wise, but that's still not the point.
It's still so baffling to me that I'm gonna quote Xiran Shechao here about Chinese emperors and how if they wanted to do anything at all, they had all these advisors who were like, please sir, no, speak thrice, like, don't do this. And like Henry's peeps were just like, okay.
The man that's willing to kill a lot of people.
How much pushback was there? Like, was there any pushback, or was there just like gentle nudging, like maybe you shouldn't? I want to.
There's a lot of pushback. There was a lot of pushback. So, we'll talk about
like I
her
know
when
about
we
the
get
stuff
to
with
her.
the Pope and Anne Boleyn,
Yeah.
but like how many people were actually trying to get in Henry's way throughout this entire ordeal of these 6 wives?
That lived?
Oh man. Okay. All right.
That lived? Not many.
Got you. All right. I see where this is going.
But
oh,
there is a couple that did, and I will talk about her because there's a reason why the 4th wife was just divorced.
Yeah, that was an interesting case. I mean, from what I know about it. I'm excited to get to her.
We'll talk about her after we get through Jane Seymour.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's start off with this introduction, and then we'll after that we'll talk about. We've already talked about her, so we can just skip right into the actual song.
I don't remember what we talked about.
We're just talking.
Oh,
God.
You mean just now? Okay. Yes. All right.
Please. For real? Yeah, weren't you the one he truly loved?
Oh yeah, given the son he so desperately wanted.
Yeah, like I had a daughter and he literally chopped my head off.
Yeah, I know. I was lucky in so many ways.
Yeah.
Well, I had a beautiful baby boy, and Henry got his heir to the throne, so of course I was going to be the one he truly loved. But, you know, if Edward had turned out to be a little baby Edwina, Well, I wonder how long that true love would have lasted.
Wow, yeah, what a stressful situation that never happened.
Yeah. Okay, look. You're
Jesus.
right. You're so right. You queens kicked some major Tudor ass, and that's what everyone loves to hear about. You know, like girl power. Woo!
Yeah!
So,
Woo!
what I mean to say is that I didn't do any of that. Instead, I stood by him. It didn't matter how many stupid things he did.
Uh-huh.
I was there, by his
Yeah.
side.
Uh-huh. Until you died.
And that's not because I was weak or scared. It's
Maybe a little bit.
because I loved him.
Okay. Alright, let's see.
You've got a good heart, but I know it changes. A restless tide, untamable. You came my way and I knew a storm could come too. You lift me high or let me fall.
This is like a sweet little ballad song.
Yeah.
But I took your hand, promised I'd withstand any blaze you blew my way. 'Cause something inside it solidified, and I knew I'd always stay. You can build me up, you can tear me down, you can try, but I'm unbreakable. You can do your best, but I'll stand the test. You'll find that I'm unshakable. When the fire's burned, when the wind has blown, when the water's dried, you'll still find stone. My heart of stone. You say we're perfect, a perfect family. You hold us close.
Oh, there's that crowd she didn't get.
Yeah.
Oh no. The hard eyes on that one person.
When I say you're the
All right.
only one I've ever loved, I mean those words truthfully. But I know without my son, your love could disappear. I know it isn't fair, but I don't care, 'cause my love will still be here. You can build me up, you can tear me down, you can try, but I'm unbreakable. You can do your best, but I'll stand the test. You'll find that I'm unshakable. When the fire's burned, the wind has blown, the water's dried, you'll still find stone. My heart of stone. Soon I'll have to go.
Oh no.
I'll never see him grow. But I hope
Oh.
my son will know he'll never be alone. 'Cause like a river runs dry and leaves its scars behind, I'll be by your side. 'Cause my love
hair here is kind of giving Fire Nation Katara vibes. Very pretty. Ooh,
I don't know if your mic's
pretty.
picking it up.
What's that?
I didn't know if your mic was picking it up, but I could hear you through the floor.
I'm sorry. I
Just staring
don't
at the floor.
understand, because, like, we're on opposite sides of the house, and you still say that you can hear me?
Sometimes. Depends on what's going on. I can definitely hear when you squeak the loudest. And sometimes Discord doesn't pick that up, but your recording does. And then I'm like, oh. Well.
And then you get surprised by pterodactyl noises and and me, like, shouting because someone got stabbed in the neck with an arrow.
And then I'm like, cool, I'm gonna need you to pay for my my ear health. This is the ear doctor.
You're audiologist.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
But yeah, this is Jane Seymour. She's the shortest lived one of them all. Well, other than the fourth one. Like,
yeah.
in terms of marriage, she's the.
I was about to say, pretty sure the shortest lived is the fifth one.
For a while.
What?
The fifth one was alive for a while.
She was a teenager. How old was Jane? Or how old was Jane?
Well, no. I mean, as in, like, she stayed, like, she started as a teenager, but she, like,
I meant how long she lived. Like, how long her life lived.
I meant how long they've been married to.
Okay, we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about how long did the person live. You're talking about how long did the relationship live.
Yeah, so, like, other than the fourth one, Jane Seymour is the second shortest of the relationships. Obviously, because she died.
And yeah,
She never got to see her son grow up. But childbirth was no joke back in the day.
for real. Like, it was scary. Like, between breached births and infection, like, if you didn't die right away, then you still weren't out of the woods, because you might pick up an infection from a doctor who just did an autopsy or something and then didn't wash his hands and instruments before tending to you. Like, you could have a perfectly normal birth and then die anyway, because they just, depending on the time frame back then I don't think they would have known enough. But even later, when they're, like, starting to figure that out, like, there's a guy who was like did a whole study on the entire thing, and it was like, went to the doctors and, like, you're killing your patients, and they're like, what? No, that's ridiculous. And it wasn't until after that guy died that they looked back at his research, and they're like, we might be killing our patients. But yeah, childbirth, not an easy thing, not an easy thing to survive.
Even up until the Victorian era, it was like childbirth was really risky. So,
man,
it's amazing how many kids ended up actually living.
Yeah.
Or mothers, honestly.
Yeah. Oh. Poor Jane.
That was Jane. That was Jane Seymour. Your opinions on her?
The song was very sweet, and then we get to that like belting it out at the end, and I'm like, she's got a voice.
It does.
Man, Like,
Hmm.
how much do we know about her? Would she have been a good queen if she had been given a proper chance at it?
We don't know.
Like, from what I understand, she just kind of kept her head down and
Mm-hmm.
did what was asked, and she survived until she died. She survived until she died. And that all worked in her favor as far as staying alive and not divorced, but I mean, until it didn't. But as far as like what she would have done as queen, from what I know, it doesn't seem like. It seems like she would have been just a figurehead, just doing whatever Henry wanted, whatever was asked of her.
100%.
The opposite of Anne.
I mean, well, you know a lot about her life beforehand.
Okay. What do we know?
So, like, we know she was born between 1504 and 1509 because birth records wasn't really a thing. Somewhere around that
Right.
time frame she was born.
Okay.
Through her maternal grandfather, she was a descendant of King Edward III's son, Leono of Antwerp. I'm bad at names. I had to write this down, and I'm still staring at it like, I don't know how to fucking say that. So technically, her and Henry were fifth cousins.
Okay. That's far enough. Certainly further than what he planned for his illegitimate son and his daughter.
She also shared a great-grandmother with Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard.
Yeah! Right, yes. I did remember that.
She was not highly educated as Anne Boleyn or his first wife, Catherine.
Man,
Compared to them
Catherine.
two.
Oof, yeah. Sorry.
But she could read and write a little bit, but she was much better at needlework and household management, which is probably what drew
What she
Henry
would've
to
been.
her.
Yeah. He wanted a nice little wife to be a nice little mother, and she would have been that, but she died.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jane. You deserve
But
better.
she was
All of these
yeah,
women
she was
deserve better.
100%. But she originally became Catherine's maid of honor. She was originally the first queen's maid of honor.
Maid of
Then
honor?
Yeah. And then went to serve later with Anne and her sister. So both her and her sister ended up serving Anne after Catherine was kicked out.
Okay, I knew that. I didn't know she was Catherine's maid of honor.
Uh-huh.
Dang. Okay.
But yeah, he started getting interested in Jane Seymour 3 months before he executed Anne Boleyn.
Jesus. Man. Wow.
But she's also known for being very pale. She wasn't much of a beauty according to a lot of sources, but according to the king, she was the fairest of all of his wives.
Well, depending on your definition of fair, if she was pale.
Yeah.
But if he meant that she was the most beautiful, then, I mean, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, so...
Yeah.
I mean, just wait till we get to the next contender.
Right. But yeah, so like, there's not much about her. She wasn't in politics. She didn't want to be. She was really good with a knitting needle.
I prefer the crochet hook myself.
Yeah. But yeah, she was just her.
Okay.
Which is sad. What did you think of the two animations that we saw? So from Killiam and then this one from Eggy Art. I'm probably saying these names wrong.
A-G? Like, maybe? I don't know. And that is probably it, actually, because the Twitter handle is AG Sunflower. So that's probably it, is AG Art.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, AG. Oh, I just noticed what they used. Ibis Paint and Kindmaster. My teenager has used both of those. He used to use Kindmaster to make a lot of gotcha animations. Anyway, the first one, the talking bits one, the art style was interesting. It was certainly more simplistic, which, I mean, I'm never going to judge anyone for that, for any of these. I mean, like, I kind of liked the eyes. The eyes were interesting. This one was very pretty. I liked the symbolism with the water and the ashes and all that. This ending screen that we're on with this, is this another one of their videos? I assume this beta fish thing, cause Jesus, that's pretty. I know that's not what we're talking about right now, but
If it's the same thing as on my screen, probably.
What's that?
Probably.
Yeah, I would assume it's theirs because, I mean, it's usually how that works, right?
Yeah, usually.
But yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I liked them both.
Both of these were from 4 years ago, so the people who have done these have obviously changed in art styles
and improving and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were both really nice.
Yeah.
They're both different, but they're also both unique in their own ways. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap this one up, and then we're gonna start our next recording. Anything you want to say? Anything to these people?
Thank you for your patience. This is the last one. I promise we'll get the rest out in a more timely fashion. Holidays, you know? Holidays.
Holidays and sicknesses and
yes.
Epic took a lot of our time.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Alrighty. Say bye, everyone!
Bye, everyone.